What if humans had superpowers? Imagine waking up tomorrow and realizing you can fly, not with a jetpack, not in a plane, just you. You step outside, push off the ground, and suddenly the entire world looks different. Traffic becomes optional, mountains become shortcuts. Your morning commute could be a straight line through the sky. But then you look down. There are millions of other people flying too. And that is when superpowers stop being fun and start becoming infrastructure. Because the biggest question is not, what power would you want? It is, what happens when everyone has one? Let's say every human develops a different superpower overnight. Some people can fly, some run faster than cars, some become incredibly strong, some can read minds, some can heal injuries, and a few unlucky people discover their power by accidentally setting their kitchen on fire. At first, the world would panic, airports would shut down. Why pay for a flight when your neighbor can carry you across the country? But flying people create a new problem: air traffic. Today, the sky mostly belongs to planes, helicopters, and birds. Tomorrow, it belongs to everyone. Cities would need flying lanes, altitude limits, superpowered traffic lights floating over intersections. Fast flyers stay above 1,000 feet. Please do not land on private rooftops. And probably, no flying while texting. But flying is one of the easier powers to manage. Now imagine super strength. If everyone with super strength could lift a car, construction would change overnight. A single person could carry steel beams, move boulders, or build houses in days instead of months. That sounds amazing. Until someone gets angry. A normal argument can end with someone slamming a door. A super strength argument could end with someone accidentally throwing the door through 3 apartments. So, buildings would have to change too. Furniture becomes heavier. Walls become reinforced. Schools teach children how to control their strength before they learn algebra. Today's lesson: do not high-five your classmates at full power. And then there is super speed. A person who can run at 200 miles per hour does not just move quickly. They experience the world differently. A 5-minute conversation might feel painfully slow. Waiting in line would be torture. And a simple mistake running into someone, slipping on wet pavement, turning too sharply could become deadly. Cities might create speed lanes below ground, built like subway tunnels for people who are too fast for sidewalks. But super speed creates another weird problem: crime. If someone can cross a city in seconds, how do police catch them? Maybe police officers need powers too. Or maybe surveillance becomes more intense than ever because cameras become the only thing fast enough to notice what happened. And that brings us to the scariest power of all: mind reading. Flying changes transportation. Super strength changes construction. Mind reading changes trust. Imagine sitting in class, at work, or on a date, knowing the person across from you might hear every thought you are trying not to think. Privacy would become more valuable than money. People might wear devices designed to block telepathy. Buildings could have no mind-reading zones. A person's thoughts might become legally protected, just like their home or phone. Could someone be arrested for a thought? Probably not. But if someone can hear a plan before it happens, the line between thought and action becomes very blurry. Then there are healing powers. At first, this sounds like the best one. A person touches a wound and it disappears. Broken bones heal, diseases vanish, surgeries become easier. Ambulances might carry healers instead of medical equipment. But healing could create a new problem. Who gets access? Would healing be free? Would governments control it? Would powerful people hire healers for themselves while everyone else waits in line? Even a perfect superpower could create an unfair world if only some people can use it. And that may be the real problem. Superpowers would not erase human inequality, they might amplify it. The rich could hire flying bodyguards, super-fast delivery workers, mind-reading lawyers, and healers. Governments would recruit powerful people. Corporations would try to patent training programs. And social media would become unbearable. Because now the influencer down the street is not just posting a workout video. They are lifting a bus with one hand. But maybe humanity adapts. We always do. We invented cars, then roads. We invented planes, then airports. We invented the internet, then passwords, scams, algorithms, and entire jobs dedicated to making us look at advertisements for socks. So if humans had superpowers, we would eventually build rules around them. Not because powers make people wiser, but because powers make mistakes bigger. A flying person can fall farther. A strong person can break more. A fast person can make disasters happen faster. And a mind reader can discover things that were never meant to leave your head. So maybe the world would not become a comic book. Maybe it would become something stranger. A world of reinforced schools, sky traffic, telepathy-proof apartments, speed tunnels, healing clinics, and one very important rule. With great power comes great responsibility. Not because it sounds heroic, but because if everyone has superpowers, someone has to pay for the windows.